The vast emptiness of deep space stretched before Taewong's eyes, a silent witness to humanity's most profound tragedy. His fingers traced the holographic projection of an ancient star chart, each glowing point a memory of what once was. Earth. A world remembered only through fragmented records and whispered stories passed down through generations. In the year 4173 BCE, an unknown alien civilization had systematically destroyed humanity's first home, leaving nothing but cosmic dust and forgotten dreams. Taewong worked as a historical researcher at Deep Space Colony Alpha 7, a massive space station housing thousands of humans who had survived the original extinction. His small workspace was cluttered with data crystals and ancient digital archives, each containing pieces of humanity's lost history. The research station hummed with quiet energy. Specialized computers decoded fragments of information from the time before the destruction. Most records were damaged, corrupted by time and the violent explosion that had erased Earth from existence. But Taewong was different. He had dedicated his entire life to uncovering the truth. His grandmother had told him stories as a child, how their ancestors had been scattered across different star systems through advanced cryogenic technology, how a handful of human colonies had managed to survive the complete annihilation of their original planet. These stories were more than history. They were survival. A soft beep interrupted his concentration. A new data fragment had been partially decoded. Taewong leaned closer, his heart racing. The holographic display flickered, showing a brief glimpse of what appeared to be a massive alien battleship. Its design was unlike anything in human archives. Angular, menacing, with technology far beyond current understanding. "What were you?" he whispered. Watching the image rotate slowly, the station's artificial gravity felt heavy around him. Thousands of generations had passed since the original destruction. Humans had rebuilt, developed advanced technologies, created new homes among the stars. But the pain of losing Earth remained a collective wound. Taewong's research was more than academic. It was a mission. Every decoded fragment, every discovered detail brought humanity closer to understanding the civilization that had nearly wiped them from existence. He knew that knowledge was the first step toward potential revenge. His computer system began cross-referencing the new data with existing archives. Thousands of algorithms worked simultaneously, searching for connections, patterns, anything that might reveal the truth about humanity's first great tragedy. Outside the research station's massive windows, countless stars twinkled. Each one represented potential hope, potential survival. Humans had spread across multiple star systems, creating diverse societies and advanced civilizations. They had transformed from a single planet species to a multi-planetary civilization. But the memory of Earth remained, a phantom pain, a collective trauma encoded in their genetic memory. Taewong's latest discovery showed something unusual. Fragments of communication logs suggested the alien civilization that destroyed Earth had been part of a larger galactic conflict. They weren't simply targeting humans. They were part of a complex interstellar war. His hands moved quickly, recording observations, creating detailed notes. Every small detail mattered. Every fragment could be a potential key to understanding their past. The research station continued its silent orbit, a testament to human resilience. Taewong represented thousands of years of survival, of adaptation, of unwavering determination to remember and potentially one day understand the civilization that had tried to erase them. As artificial lights dimmed, signaling the station's night cycle, Taewong remained focused. The story of humanity was far from over, and somewhere in the vast cosmic records, the truth about Earth's destruction waited to be discovered. He didn't know it yet, but his research would become the first step toward a revenge 7,000 years in the making. The stars outside continued to shine, silent witnesses to humanity's greatest mystery. The research station buzzed with electric energy. Ji-Yoon's fingers danced across holographic interfaces, her eyes reflecting lines of complex quantum algorithms. Around her, massive computer systems processed information at speeds unimaginable just decades earlier. Quantum computing had transformed human technological capabilities beyond anything their ancestors could have dreamed. Each breakthrough brought humanity closer to understanding the universe and potentially avenging their lost homeworld. Ji-Yoon was different from other researchers. Where others saw data, she saw potential. Her neural interface connected seamlessly with advanced AI systems, allowing her to process information faster than traditional human thinking. The technology wasn't just a tool, it was an extension of human capability. Nearby screens displayed complex simulations, star systems, potential weapon designs, and strategic mapping covered every available surface. The room felt alive with possibility, with the silent promise of technological advancement. Her latest project focused on developing quantum communication networks that could transmit information across impossible distances. Traditional communication methods were slow, limited, but quantum entanglement changed everything. Instant communication across multiple star systems became possible. "This could change everything," she muttered, watching another simulation complete. The research facility was located on a massive space station, orbiting a distant resource-rich planet. Hundreds of scientists from different human colonies worked together, united by a single goal: technological advancement and potential future defense. Outside, the research center's massive windows, automated construction drones moved with precision. They were building something big, a network of advanced space stations designed to protect human colonies. Each station represented years of research, billions of resource credits, and countless human hours of work. Ji-Yoon's AI assistant, a sophisticated quantum program named Area, spoke directly into her neural interface. Simulation complete. Quantum communication stability at 99.7% efficiency. Most people wouldn't understand the significance, but Ji-Yoon knew this meant humans could now communicate. Across entire star systems without delay, information could travel faster than light, breaking previous technological limitations. Her research wasn't just about communication, it was about survival. The memory of Earth's destruction remained a constant motivation. Every technological breakthrough was another step toward ensuring humanity would never again be caught unprepared. The facility's main computer displayed a massive holographic representation of known galactic territories. Red markers indicated potential threat zones, areas where unknown alien civilizations might exist. Blue markers represented human-controlled systems. "We're expanding," Ji-Yoon told herself. "We're growing stronger." Nearby scientists worked on various projects. Some developed advanced propulsion systems that could move massive starships between star systems in weeks instead of years. Others created defensive technologies that could protect entire planetary systems from potential attacks. Sudden alert interrupted her thoughts. Aria's voice became urgent. Anomalous data pattern detected in outer system communication arrays. Ji-Yoon's heart raced. Anomalies were rare but often significant. Each unexpected data pattern could reveal something new about the universe, or potential threats. Hours passed as she analyzed the information. The quantum computers worked silently, processing millions of calculations per second. Slowly, a picture began to emerge. The data suggested complex communication patterns similar to those found in Taewong's historical research. Could this be a connection to the civilization that destroyed Earth? The research station continued its silent orbit. Hundreds of scientists worked tirelessly, each believing they might discover something that could change human history forever. Ji-Yoon understood her work was about more than just technology. It was about hope, about survival, about ensuring that humanity would never again be caught defenseless. As artificial lights continued to glow, she remained focused. The quantum algorithms danced across her interfaces, promising secrets waiting to be discovered. Something was coming, and humanity would be ready. Sung-ho stood before the massive holographic display, his eyes reflecting the complex strategic maps that covered every available surface. The hidden fleet assembly zone hummed with quiet intensity, a testament to humanity's growing technological power. Hundreds of engineers and military strategists moved silently around him, each working on different aspects of the most ambitious military project in human history. They weren't just building ships. They were preparing for revenge. The massive space station was carefully hidden within a dense asteroid field, protecting it from potential external scanning or detection. Massive construction drones moved with precision, assembling parts of advanced starships that would become humanity's ultimate weapon. Status report, Sung-ho commanded, his voice calm and controlled. A holographic display shifted, showing multiple progress indicators. Weapon systems, defense mechanisms, propulsion technologies. Each component carefully designed to be more advanced than anything previously created by human hands. The memory of Earth's destruction remained a constant motivation. Every scientist, every engineer understood the weight of their mission. This wasn't just a military project. This was about survival, about justice. Advanced simulation rooms surrounded the main construction area. Here, military strategists ran thousands of potential battle scenarios every hour. Quantum computers processed complex calculations, identifying potential weaknesses and strengths in their developing fleet. Sung-ho's team had developed a unique approach. Instead of traditional military thinking, they incorporated advanced AI algorithms into their strategic planning. The artificial intelligence could process millions of potential scenarios in seconds, identifying optimal attack and defense strategies. The quantum communication network is stable, one of the technical officers reported. We can now coordinate across multiple star systems without delay. Nearby screens showed various human colonies. Each had contributed resources, technology, and personnel to this massive project. Humanity was united in a way they had never been before. The destruction of Earth had created a bond stronger than any previous political or cultural divisions. The fleet they were building was unlike anything in human history. Each starship incorporated multiple layers of advanced defensive technologies. Quantum shielding, plasma-based weapon systems, and AI-controlled navigation meant these ships could adapt to almost any combat scenario. We're not just preparing for defense, Sung-ho told his closest advisors. We're preparing to take back what was stolen from us. Hidden research labs worked on even more advanced technologies. Neural interfaces that could connect human minds directly with ship systems. Adaptive camouflage technologies that could make entire starships essentially invisible. Weapons that could destroy entire planetary systems with a single strike. The facility's artificial environment maintained perfect working conditions. Temperature, oxygen levels, and gravitational settings were precisely controlled to maximize human efficiency. Every detail had been considered, every potential problem anticipated. Massive resource collection operations were underway across multiple star systems. Rare minerals, advanced energy sources, and complex technological components were being gathered. Nothing was left to chance. First prototype complete, a computer voice announced. The holographic display shifted, revealing a massive starship unlike anything previously seen. Sleek, deadly, with lines that suggested both incredible speed and unimaginable destructive potential. This was more than a ship. It was a statement. Sung-ho watched the display, his expression unchanged. Years of preparation had led to this moment. Humanity's technological renaissance was about to transform into something more, a potential instrument of revenge. The hidden fleet assembly zone continued its silent work. Thousands of humans moved with purpose, each understanding the significance of their mission. They weren't just building ships. They were preparing to rewrite galactic history. Outside, distant stars continued to shine, unaware of the preparations happening within the asteroid field. Humanity was growing stronger. Humanity was getting ready, and nothing would stop them from discovering the truth about their lost homeworld. The quantum tunnels opened silently, revealing hundreds of advanced human battleships emerging from impossible distances. Space itself seemed to bend and twist as the fleet materialized near the alien homeworld's outer defensive perimeter. Admiral Dae-sung sat motionless in the command center, his hands steady on the quantum control interface. Years of preparation had led to this single moment. Beside him, Yuna managed tactical coordination, her fingers dancing across holographic displays that showed real-time battle projections. First wave approaching target, a computer voice announced. The alien defensive systems never stood a chance. Human technology had advanced beyond anything the target civilization could comprehend. Quantum encrypted communication networks synchronized each movement with mathematical precision. Massive energy weapons fired simultaneously. Entire planetary defense platforms disappeared in silent explosions, their advanced technologies overwhelmed by human precision. The first strike was more than an attack. It was a surgical removal of defensive capabilities. Yuna's tactical displays showed something extraordinary. Each human ship moved like a single organism, connected through advanced neural networks. Where traditional militaries would have individual ships, this fleet acted as one intelligent, adaptive system. Defensive grid neutralized, the ship's AI reported. The alien civilization had no time to understand what was happening. Generations of technological superiority crashed against them like a wave of calculated destruction. Orbital stations crumbled, communication networks collapsed. Entire planetary systems went dark. Daesung watched the holographic representation of their attack. This wasn't just revenge. This was a systematic elimination of a threat that had destroyed humanity's original home thousands of years ago. Quantum shields absorbed any return fire. Adaptive camouflage technologies made human ships nearly invisible to traditional scanning methods. Each weapon, each defensive system represented decades of careful research and development. Secondary targets identified, Yuna announced. The fleet moved with impossible speed, where traditional space travel would take months. These ships crossed entire star systems in minutes. Advanced propulsion technologies warped space itself, allowing unprecedented mobility. Alien communication networks tried to respond, but human, technological superiority was complete. Every attempt at defense was immediately countered, every communication channel jammed or destroyed. Total planetary infrastructure collapse in 3 minutes, the ship's AI calculated. Daesung remembered the stories his grandmother told him, about Earth's destruction, about the pain of losing an entire civilization. This moment was about more than military strategy. This was about healing a wound that had existed for thousands of years. Massive energy weapons targeted critical infrastructure. Research centers, military bases, communication hubs. Everything disappeared in synchronized explosions. The alien civilization was being systematically erased just as they had done to humanity centuries ago. Yuna's tactical displays showed something unexpected. The alien defensive systems were so advanced in some areas yet so vulnerable in others. It was like they had never expected to face an enemy with such comprehensive technological superiority. Planetary Defense Network completely neutralized, the computer announced. The first strike lasted less than an hour. Where entire planetary systems had existed moments before, now only cosmic dust remained. No survivors, no witnesses, just a clean, precise elimination. Daesung felt no emotion. This was justice, this was survival. Mission objectives completed, Yuna reported. The human fleet began preparing for the next phase. This was just the beginning. Generations of pain, of lost history of collective trauma would be addressed. Humanity would ensure nothing like Earth's destruction would ever happen again. As the quantum tunnels prepared for the next jump, the massive battleships moved silently through space. Silent. Deadly. Precise. The stars themselves seemed to watch, in silence. The memorial site stood silent, a massive structure built exactly where Earth once existed thousands of years ago. Taewong walked slowly across the gleaming platform, his hands touching holographic displays that recreated fragments of humanity's lost history. Around him, representatives from every human colony gathered. This wasn't just a memorial. This was a moment of final closure. The complete destruction of the alien civilization was more than a military victory. It was the healing of a generational wound that had defined human existence for thousands of years. Each person present carried the genetic memory of loss, of survival, of unexpected resilience. Massive holographic displays showed the systematic elimination of the alien civilization. Every star system they had controlled was now nothing more than cosmic dust. No trace remained, no potential for future revenge or conflict. "We are complete," an elder representative announced. The memorial's central platform began to shift. Advanced quantum technologies recreated a perfect three-dimensional model of the original Earth. Mountains, oceans, continents, all restored through centuries of collected genetic and historical. Data Taiwung watched silently. His research had been the first step. Jiun's technological breakthroughs had made this moment possible. Sung Ho's strategic planning had ensured total victory. Dae Sung and Yun Ah had executed the final strike. Each human colony had contributed something unique. Resources, technologies, strategic planning. Humanity had worked as a single unified entity for the first time in its recorded history. The memorial began to pulse with soft light. Each color represented a different human colony, a different part of the scattered civilization that had survived the original destruction. Blues, greens, purples. A complex tapestry of human survival. "We remember," another representative spoke. Quantum communication networks transmitted this moment across every human settlement. Millions watched simultaneously as humanity completed its most significant mission. The revenge 7,000 years in the making was now complete. Advanced AI systems began recording every detail. This moment would become part of human historical records. Future generations would study how a scattered, destroyed civilization had managed to survive and ultimately triumph. The memorial's base contained fragments of technology from the original Earth. Ancient computer systems, genetic records, cultural artifacts, all carefully preserved through generations of technological advancement. Taewong stepped forward. As the historian who had first uncovered the detailed records of Earth's destruction, he was given the honor of activating the final memorial sequence. His hand touched a quantum interface. Instantly, the entire structure came alive. Holographic representations of human history began to play, from the earliest civilizations to the moment of final retribution. Surrounding the memorial, advanced starships from every human colony formed a protective circle. These weren't just military vessels, they were a statement, a promise that humanity would never again be caught unprepared. "We survived," Taewong whispered. The memorial continued to pulse. Soft music played, a combination of sounds from different human cultures, representing the diversity that had allowed their civilization to survive such complete destruction. Quantum technologies allowed people from different star systems to be physically present, their holographic representations standing together in a moment of collective healing. No anger remained, no desire for further conflict. This was about closure, about understanding, about moving forward. As artificial lights began to fade, the memorial continued to shine, a beacon of human resilience, a testament to survival against impossible odds. The stars outside seemed to watch silently, bearing witness to humanity's greatest moment. Revenge was complete, but survival had always been the true victory.